Okay, so let's take a look at how to edit and add things to the home page on your website. So we've already looked at how to access the control panel, and I've already got that pulled up here. And you're going to see in your control panel 4 buttons up top, and the two most important buttons is the Create Page button and the Edit Pages button. And these are pretty self-explanatory. If you want to create a brand new page, then you would go to Create Pages and put it in the category that it goes into. So in other words, if you wanted to create a page that was like about our vision, then you would go to Create Page, go to About, because that's the category it falls under, Vision, Media Ministries. All right. Well, the home page already exists, so we don't want to create a page. We want to edit a page. So I'm going to go to Edit Page, Home Page, and that's going to pull up this little list here. And there's only one home page, obviously, so I'm just going to click on Home Page. If you were to click Edit Pages and About or Media or Ministries, it's going to list all those entries under those categories that you could edit. So, and this is going to bring up a form. And all of your pages on the back end of your control panel are going to look like a form. All right, so you've got the front end of the website, which everybody can see. And then you've got the back end of the website, which you can only see if you log in, and it's going to be a form. And every one of these elements in these forms is getting pulled to the web page. And it's going to work in the same order as well, and I'll explain what I mean. So you've always got a title that you want to title your page. Obviously, this is home page. And then you're going to see, moving down the page, you're going to see slideshow, video code, social networks, service times, and locations. And the reason you see that is because on your home page, the logo and the buttons are not editable. We can do those for you, but you don't control those. But then when you see the things you do control, you see slideshow, you see video, social icons, and service times and directions in the same order as they are on this list. And whatever you put in these boxes is what's going to show up and what's going to be pulled to this page. Okay? Now the reason that events is not on that form is because these events are actually getting pulled from the events section, the calendar section. Okay, so you don't actually work on those on the home page because those are getting pulled from your events. Okay, so let's look at how to make changes. If we were going to, take out my video and put in your video, we want to take out slides, put in other slides, link slides. Let's look at how to do that. So I've got my form pulled up, and the first thing we see is slideshow. And this is where you're going to make the most changes probably. Most churches spend a lot of time on their slideshow. So right now we have 2 slides, a Unite slide and a Pray for Japan slide that I've just put in there generically. And you see 2 sections to this little form. You see image, which is self-explanatory. That is the image that is going to be shown. And then you see a section that says URL link. And the URL link is where you want the picture, when it's clicked, to go to. So right now you see that I have the Unite slide linked to Google. So if I click the Unite slide, let's see, and it takes me to Google, right? Because I have linked it right here. You can type in anything you want. So obviously, if you put in a slide that says find us on Facebook, you can link to your Facebook page. If you put in a slide that says something about an event, you can link it to the event on your website. So if I was going to make changes, let's say I had a misspelled word on a slide, or I wanted to replace a slide, I could hit this X button right here, and it's going to show me something that says add file. All right, and then I can click this button and I can upload a new file. I can upload the file that I want to upload to go in that slideshow. But let's say I didn't want to take away the slides I had, I just wanted to add to my slideshow. All I have to do is go down and click on this plus button, and it's going to add new rows. Okay, and I can add as many images to the slideshow as I want. And if I wanted to change the order, like let's say I wanted to do Pray for Japan first, I could take this and just click on the number and drag it up and replace it up top. So you have full control over the order and the images and where they link to your slideshow. And whatever you put in here is going to show up right here, and the dots will be auto created for you. So if you put 3 images, there'll be 3 dots, and 4 images and 5 images and all that stuff. It works. Okay, now the video embed code is something that I simply pulled from Vimeo, and you can pull Vimeo or YouTube or whatever you want there. On any of those sites, you'll find a section that says share or embed, and you just want to make sure that the width of your video is 430 pixels. So with YouTube or Vimeo or anything like that, it's going to give you the option to do height and width, and you just need to make sure that you do the width as 430, because that's the size that I've allotted for right here. This is 430. Okay, if you go bigger than that, it's going to kind of mess up the page. Alright, so then we see social network icons, and we see on the page here Facebook, Twitter, iTunes, and YouTube. This is just something that I put in. You don't have to have all these, and this is going to work exactly like the slideshow. So you can change the order by dragging and clicking and dragging. Alright, you can change the icons if you'd rather have other icons by clicking the X and doing add file. You could add more icons if you wanted to by just clicking on the plus button. And then if I want to take it away, I can just click this little drop down and click delete row. And then I link those to the different websites that my church has. Okay, right now I've got them all linked to me just to show you how they work. But whatever you put here is automatically going to be pulled here. Okay, and then lastly is service times and locations, and this is just a text area box. And right now you see that I have this type join us Sundays at 9:30. And that's what it says right here, join us Sundays at 9:30. So just to kind of show you, let's say that this is not Northport, Alabama. Let's say it's Northport, Kentucky. Once I type that in and I hit submit, once you hit submit, whatever you put in there is going to be live on your website. So let me refresh this page, and you'll see down at the bottom, Northport, Kentucky. All right. So you match up the areas, and they're all labeled in the same way. You match up the areas and put in what you need to put in, and then you hit submit. And once you do that, you will see the changes that have been made instantly on your home page. Alright, so if you can understand how to work the form that we just went through, then you're going to be able, no problem, to be able to make any changes and add anything to the website, because every page is going to have a form that looks something like this. Now, it won't have a slideshow on it. It'll have other boxes that we'll look at in other videos, but it's the same concept all the way throughout. All right.